What up, Manu? Not much, just getting it set up, waiting for people to join. What's up, guys? Hello, everybody. Just waiting for some people to join. How's everybody doing tonight? Yes, let's go. It's gonna be good. I've been holding this secret in for too long. I am very excited. I'll give everybody a few minutes to join up, and then we'll get started. Yeah, I've been waiting for this too. I'm super excited. What up? What you bought? I'm very excited. It's been hard. It's been hard not sharing all this and giving away the secrets. You know, one of the old shirts going. What's going on? What's up, guys? Colors are gonna be good. Just giving everybody a few minutes to join up here. Hey, hey. It is finally time, indeed. And kick it off. I feel like a lot of people are going to get started just today. Thanks for joining us all the way from Europe. What is it? What is it? All right, it's 5 minutes in. We're going to have to get you a new beanie. Got new colors coming out. Tax season everywhere. It's rough. Well, hopefully this will bring some joy to you. I'll be right back. All right. Tax season is the worst, but new color is it. So, I don't know how it's reading out there, but the 2022 Season 3 of Cerulean is going to be orange. Right here we got some test gear going on. You're right on time, Far Country. Hey! Called it. Yep, we were going orange this year. So we got the 3.0 logo here. Each year we'll have a new logo along with the classic logo. What up, Hydro? We got new art coming. If you guys can see. I'm doing a little bit of test art here. We've got a bunch of artists who are helping us out this year. So there's going to be a bunch of guest collaborators for having their art on shirts, their art in the books. I can't read. I'm blind, so I have to forgive the reflection. No leopard print. That was the rumor going around. Naranja, sí señor. Andale, andale, benga, benga. Aren't you happy to be a part of the Cerulean? Very nice. Shut up and take my money. Yep, we're going to have a lot of stuff. So, again, like I said, new logo, new font each year. Just kind of separate that. Got that Pantone orange. Yep. I've actually picked some Pantones out, so those will kind of be coming out. The complementary color to the orange this year is going to be pink, so the book is going to be very vibrant this year. It was vibrant last year, but an orange and pink book is going to be absolutely... So very excited about that. Other things are the show is going to start, the build window will be a month earlier. So you guys have 3 months to complete a project. You're more than welcome to start a project now. You're more than welcome to grab a work in progress that isn't finished. Again, it's just going to be just like last year. You just need to finish between August 1st and November 1st. So there will be that. You can get away with orange peel paint. Yes, you can. Just make sure you call it out so everybody can pick on you. So it'll start August 1st. We're going to have 12 weeks of guest speakers. We're going to have 12 weeks of information that's going to be shared. I'm going to dive a bunch into neurodivergence this year. There's been a lot of ask around ADHD, some of the other kind of neurodivergent spectrum disorders that are out there. I myself am very excited to learn more about neurodivergence, to learn more about ADHD. I myself have some of the symptomology to that, so I'm very excited to share more of that. Yoga is going to be back again this year, so I'm going to be teaching 1, maybe 2 classes. I'm also looking to bring in some professionals. I've got a teacher that I studied under by the name of Scott Moore. Scott Moore to teach Yoga Nidra. If you guys aren't familiar with that, it's like yoga sleep. So it'll be a guided meditation. I'm going to see about bringing him in. I'm going to bring in a therapist to discuss the pros and cons of therapy. There's not really a lot of cons to therapy. It's more kind of a stigma, negative perception of therapy. So I'll have her address a bit of that, and again, open it up for questions so that people can kind of ask about that. Like I said, I'm really, really hyped to have a bunch of guest artists this year supporting with their art. That'll all be live in the store later this year. So if you want any of last year's gear, make sure to get it before I change the site out later this year, because I will be removing everything from the year prior. You will only be able to access year by year. So I'll try to leave it up for basically about a year's time, but come July, August, all of season 2 will be taken down. Other stuff, I didn't think the show was going to get as big as it was. In-person art show with the DJ, yes. I would love to do that. We'll see what happens with COVID. I've got some lines out in Los Angeles to be able to do that, some spaces that we can host it in. So I'll be working on that. Also, big news is I'm going to be revamping year 1 book. I realize myself and through some of you've shown me that there's some design differences and I want to have it consistent. So I'm going to be redesigning volume 1 this year, just the cover and the spine to better replicate that. So that'll be a blue cover instead of a gray cover. So if nobody's bought that yet, then you'll still have that. Some tunes will be really good. Right now I've just got a little bit of Wax Taylor in the background for us. My goal is to really I'd love to do an in-person art show. Since there's so many people who come out for SDGMC, I don't know, the Southern California Gunpla Builder that happens in Anaheim. I've been trying to figure out how to coincide finishing up Cerulean and that show and hosting an in-person art show in a space up in Los Angeles or maybe in Orange County. SCGMC. Thank you, Child of Mecca. I'd really like to coincide with that, seeing as there's a bunch of people who usually try to come down for that. So try and build a real big show around that. Other than that, we will be printing books again this year. Very excited about that. I don't know if they're open to teaming up with them. I'd be down for that. So, what up, dude? It's been a while. if anybody has people that they would like to recommend to me or put us in touch, please go ahead and do that. We're going to be bringing back the sponsor program again this year. The sponsor program was huge in helping me get the books into production, taking some of that monetary weight off of my shoulders for doing all of that. So that was so helpful, and I'm so thankful to our last year's sponsors for taking care of that and really helping us with that. So I'll be opening that up again. The site is going to... yeah, sweet, please. Definitely hook me up with them. I'd love to circle up more with you on that. Going to be... what was I going to say? Sponsorship program, and then shirts will be up. We'll have stuff in the store. Book, stickers. I'm still working out the ins and outs of an artist box, a limited edition artist box that would essentially have the book, a limited edition shirt, a 3D printed sculpture, limited edition stickers, things like that. So I'm really trying to figure out if that's something that people would be interested in. I would probably only do about 10 or 20 of those, just because it's pretty big trying to organize that all in. It also will have a kind of a high cost. Again, all of the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds are going to be donated to the Trevor Project this year. We are looking into some other charities to try and spread the love a bit, but the Trevor Project's been doing a lot of good work, so we want to keep trying to support them and their initiative, especially with a lot of the anti-trans bills that are being passed in the United States right now and stuff like that. I feel like really supporting organizations such as themselves will be really important. So we will be donating all of our proceeds to them. The other things we'll probably be doing a giveaway again for all artists who complete this year. I don't know if it'll be international again this year. There was some logistics issues with that last year, but I will be including all of the artists who complete into a drawing. Other than that, I'm going to cap... Sorry, I get a little bit of dry mouth. I don't want to be... I'm going to be capping the registration for the book at 100 participants. You can still participate in the digital show. There will be a wait list for people who want to be a part of the book and didn't get into the first 100. So some people last year dropped out. They weren't able to complete. So I want to make sure that I have a wait list for anybody who doesn't make registration on time. Registration will open April 1st. I am in the process of, I will be taking down the site in the next day or so and putting up just a landing page with this year's color, orange, naranja. And we will be opening that back up April 1st with a revamp of the site. It'll have all of this year's season 3 colors. We will have registration open. Last year's book will also be viewable on the website. So if you weren't able to get a book, you will be able to view the book on the website, just like the first season's book. So that'll be up. I'm also going to put together a digital copy for all the artists. So if there are artists who weren't able to purchase the book, I will send you a high-res PDF that you can look at on your own computer. So I will have all of that up. Some questions that came in today. Can I do a group build with somebody? Yes, you can. You can totally do a group build with somebody. Another question was, will you sign my book? I'd be 100% happy to sign your book if that's what you want. I didn't offer that from the get-go because I didn't know if people would be interested in me marking up their book, but it seems like there's a few of you who would like signed books. So if you do order a book and you would like it signed, please just let me know, either here or when you order the book in the notes. I'm more than happy to sign it. Been amazing this year. We've sold almost 100 books. So thank you guys so much. As of last year, we raised almost $3,600 for the Trevor Project. I haven't taken account of what we've raised since January 1st, which I'm guessing is probably close to $1,000 or maybe $1,500. So you guys are making this donation possible, which is huge. So thank you guys for helping support the Trevor Project through the Cerulean. It's been fantastic. I've been so blessed to have met all of you, to talk with you, and to hear how this really helps. So I could have you sign up for this copy for sure. Maybe I'll mail them around. We'll do like a yearbook, or we'll do one and I'll just mail it to people. And that's actually seems like a fun idea. We'll do a yearbook copy and we'll just send it around. So anybody who wants to participate in that, we can set that up. Does anybody have any questions? It's been a lot of fun. It's been hard keeping this secret for so long, and really excited to share it all with you now. So the yearbook copy should be the prize. I like that. Definitely. I could do that as a giveaway prize. I will give you a hug. Yep. You just have to identify me in the crowd. I mean, it probably won't be hard because I'll be dripping in cerulean gear. But yes, I'll give you a big hug. Maybe after we do a rapid test on the parking lot. There we go. What we'll do is we'll do rapid tests in the parking lot for anybody who wants to have a hug and smoke a joint. We'll all get together. I'll pass out a bunch of rapid tests, and then we can act like there's no pandemic. I like that. There we go. Back again. Yeah, I like that idea. My goal is to come down last year, so I would like to try and make it down this year. We'll see. I got some things going on, but doobies with salty. We'll definitely do that. We'll pick up some, maybe it'll even be a cerulean strain by then. But we'll hang out, we'll have some beers, we'll have some hugs. I'd be happy to do that. What up, Cougar? Thanks for joining us. If anybody would like to, the after party, I'm down. I was trying to look at a place that had a pool. Like rent a house that had a pool, have people over. Orange doobies. I like that. Definitely do that. There's a lot of orange strains, so we could all get the orange kush. We could all pick up an orange strain to share. I'm glad you were able to join. So yes, let's rage for sure. It's been good. I want to get back to a sense of normal. So, we've just kind of been stockpiling rapid tests here. So we'll bring those and I'll just pass them out with business cards. Yes, it is orange. Cougar. No, you didn't miss, Shingo. It is a orange year here. We are celebrating. This is a test new shirt here with the Zaku Warrior that I drew. This is actually from my build. This is a 3.0 logo here. So like I was telling everybody, each year we're going to get a kind of a new logo, new color. And then once the year's over, that gear will be done. So you'll only be able to buy each season's gear for about a year. We're going to have to get you out of here. We're going to have to crowdfund getting 8th out from Austria. Maybe we can do that. We'll kickstart 8th coming over. So anybody who's interested in helping with creating art this year, please reach out to me. Let me know if that's something you'd like to do. We've got a couple artists who are currently creating artwork for promotional material, for t-shirts, for the books. If you do create art for the show and I put it on a shirt, I'm going to label that shirt as you. Like created by. So giving credit to the artist. Again, I want this to be a very community-oriented project. I really want people to feel like they are a part of something. So if you do create art, I will be calling you out, giving you credit, and putting that name up on the website, up on the store. So very excited about that. I've kind of been sourcing some different colors, things like that. I've got a sweatshirt here that came from overseas, which I'm really excited about. This is more of like a salmon color, which is really nice. It's a really cool orange. Again, just kind of big 3.0 logo. Probably do some sleeve stuff here. So we got the Cerulean Project on the sleeve. I'm definitely gonna hug Cougar. We'll just do a big hug. We'll pass it to the left, hug to the right, and just keep it going in a big circle. Creepy. I would love to do that. And if you're up for talking, I'm going to be we've got 4 more slots for interviews this year. So if that's something that you'd like to participate in and do a interview with us and talk about neurodivergence, I'd love to have you on. Hoodie life for sure. I'm happy with this one. This one's got the little tassels on it, a little bit of the rings here. It's a lightweight hoodie, which I really like. So again, I've just been testing out gear, trying to see what will be good to put on the store. I will be going through Printful again this year, so it'll be easy for people overseas and different locations to save on having products made for them. So Printful has been really good for us. They're great at making, if there's a problem with a print, just take a picture of it and the barcode that comes on it, and they'll send you a new one or refund you. They're fantastic. So awesome, Cougar. Thanks would love to do that. We'll be setting up the interviews. So anybody who's interested in that, definitely let me know. I think she'd be great to have on. That's awesome, because I really think neurodivergence is something that's new for a lot of people. It was really only kind of coined in the early 90s. My wife is on the spectrum. I definitely have, I'm 100% on the spectrum at some point. So I think a lot of us are. They say that 30% of the population is on the spectrum. So I think that it is something that has a lot of value for a lot of people, and I would love to have you help us raise awareness around that. Yeah, the interviews are really all about sharing this experience, our experiences. None of us are trained professionals. We're not, we're not registered therapists or psychologists. So the most that we can do is really share our experiences and hope that people can and understand and relate. They're so not aware of neurodivergent, exactly. And I think raising more awareness about that. Last year, just trying to dig into it, there was so little information out there. So if people have information resources, please share those with me. As you know, if you have a book, I try to cull as many resources as possible together into a very digestible format. And neurodivergence was definitely one of the least informed and informational pieces out there last year. So that was the one that I struggled the most with. Depression, anxiety, a lot of these things that have been around, there's just pages and pages of information on that. But neurodivergence is something that's very new, and I feel very important and very relative to many people these days. My wife just got her autism diagnosis just before age 40. So you're not alone in that. And that's been happening more and more with a lot of adults. there really wasn't the services and the resources to diagnose this when we were kids, and kids also really are able to mask a lot. And so I think it's really important that we address these, and there's nothing wrong with it. If anything, it helps people understand how they operate. So we can definitely do that. I myself am out of control at times too. So I think you and I could probably have a lot to talk about in emotional regulation and how to identify those vicious cycles that we get into. So I'd also love to do some roundtables this year and have a couple of guests on so that we can all kind of share and people can kind of hear different perspectives all at once. I think that really helps generate a really good, fulfilling conversation with a lot of people. I'm very proud of everybody who can talk about it. It is a very difficult thing to talk about. I think a lot of that comes down to the stigma. Stigma that, perpetuates or kind of just makes these things seem like they are something to be embarrassed about, or they're something to be feel ashamed about. And we shouldn't feel ashamed about any of these things in any way. These are all things that people deal with on a regular basis. One in 5 people is going to suffer from a mental health disorder, a mental health issue. And those numbers are just rising with the pandemic, with the war, with these new laws that are being passed in states that are really targeting minorities, targeting people with disabilities. And we can't just let those things quietly be normalized. Yeah, a lot of people are saying for the round table. So I'm going to definitely make those a priority too. Seeing as we have 12 weeks to cover, we're going to have a lot of opportunities for round tables, for interviews, for meditations, for yoga, for questions, for, just shooting the shit. So. Oh, nice. Awesome, dude. I'm jealous. I really want to get some ink myself. I miss getting tattooed. So please enjoy that process, and thank you for getting something that raises awareness, permanently put on you, because it's what this is all about. Is we got to raise awareness, we got to begin the conversations, and we got to make these conversations positive and constructive. I think addiction and recovery is fantastic. Definitely trauma produces itself, or creates symptoms for different people. I myself am dealing with trauma from my childhood and teen years, and even dealing with it. We all react differently, and we all it all affects us differently. So I think being able to share those experiences, especially when you begin to process it, it can be really the way our bodies process it, and all of a sudden we realize we don't always have to try, and how to cope with that. So I would love to definitely talk about those. Yeah, I mean, the full scope of the mental health umbrella is massive, and it can be very small, and it can be very large, and it can change. I'm a big believer that, we change every 7 years. And so how does mental health, and how do those mental health symptoms that we have, or issues that we have, how do those change as we change, as we become more aware, as we work through things, as we deal with different struggles in life? How do we continue to process and work through our mental well-being and trauma that we have? Yes, losing loved ones is really hard. It's really wild too how the mind handles it. We might think that we have control over our mind in dealing with trauma, and the mind is just it can kind of go on its own path and just drag us along behind it in an emotional state. So I would definitely love to talk about those things. Trauma is a big one. It's going to be a fantastic year. I am really stoked for this year. You guys really showed me how important this project is to you guys last year. And so I'm pouring even more of myself into this. This year. Cougar, you're so spot on with this. Feeling alone and trying to deal with this on your own is a really tough thing. It's a lot of people are kind of feeling that, and it's tough. And I want to be able to create this community and this project so that if it is something where you are realizing that you suffer from a symptom via an Instagram page, that page is also going to provide some sort of relief, some sort of resource or treatment that you can then follow up with, or the community in of itself, and say, holy shit, I just learned about this through your page. What are you guys doing to deal with this? Do you guys struggle with this? And I want to have that community. I want to have that conversation and that ability for people to feel safe. Some of you on you here know that, yes, the 8 stages of development, for sure. It's massive. I'd love to talk about that too. Breaking the generational bullshit. Yes, 100%. I myself had to break that. That was part of why I didn't want kids, because I felt that there was this generational bullshit that was getting passed down that I needed to stop. I needed to end my bloodline where it was, because there was some genetic stuff that was being passed down, and I just didn't feel that I was capable of providing the best parenting that I could, given the issues that I struggle with. And so for me, breaking that generational cycle stopped with me, and I wanted to do better and be a better person. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about that, because that's big. Generational bullshit and cultural bullshit around mental health and mental well-being. Franz touched on that a bit last year. And so I want to touch on that too. I know that I've already spoken with some of you about how culturally talking about these things is just, it's not acceptable. It's definitely kind of taboo or faux pas. Like, so I think if we can address those things, that will be fantastic. Let's see, I was going to talk about something. Oh, some of you may know, because you're a part of it, I've started a Cerulean Discord. So if being part of the Cerulean Discord is something that interests you, please reach out. I haven't made it a open invitation yet, but I want to, it is a safe place for us to discuss the hobby, but to also discuss mental health, mental well-being, things of that nature. I think we all have enough Discords where we can shit post and be silly and do things like that. And I wanted the Cerulean Discord to be something where it was a little bit more, not serious, but, that's so great you were able to talk to your mom, dude. I'm really happy to hear that. That's really important, because I know how hard it is to talk to a family about these things. My own family is just kind of like, oh, just smile and everything will be okay. That's not how it works. I wish it was. I wish there was a magic bullet. I wish there was a magic formula to being able to solve this, but being able to talk about these things and be heard about what you're going through is incredibly important. Moving the needle even a little bit for loved ones. Exactly. Like even just cracking the seal on being able to talk about that is so important. Yeah, very much. Middle Eastern, South Asian culture, it just doesn't exist. Like you just don't talk about it. You don't talk about your emotions. You don't talk about your feelings. You don't work through things. My wife comes from a Middle Eastern family, and you just don't talk about these things. And it's really difficult. And, it's my own family doesn't understand why I go to therapy. And masking earlier. Yes, I would love to talk about masking. I think masking will definitely be something that falls into the neurodivergence. realm. And I have a feeling right now that neurodivergence isn't just going to be a week topic. I feel like it's going to be a 2 or 3 or 4 week topic. A lot of you have requested talking about neurodivergence issues. So I really think we need to talk about that and raise more awareness around that, especially for kids and things like that, because if we can help people who are neurodivergent earlier in life, they're going to be more successful as they become an adult. Yeah, you're right, Cougar. It's even in our society, it just isn't that way. You even see it in media and in entertainment, and they really kind of not glamorize, but it's there's a very kind of extreme or a very kind of a pigeonholed approach to dealing or to talking about or showcasing people who are struggling with mental health. So I want to change that. Like, not everybody's crazy when they deal with mental health. Like, some people are dealing with it on a very low level, and other people are dealing with it on levels where they need to be medicated or they need professional help. And so, again, we are going to just showcase this umbrella of mental health, mental well-being, neurodivergence, all of these things, because if it doesn't start somewhere, it'll never take hold. It'll never blossom into something. And I really want the Cerulean Project to be that for people. Even if it's just showing the book to somebody, and at the very end, you're like, oh yeah, like the mental health stuff, And so people kind of who may be apprehensive to talking about this will be more willing to kind of be like, oh wow, like this is so cool that you did this, and there's this mental health component, and they might read it on their own. I've had parents order books, who they didn't even participate in the show, but their kid did. And that means a lot. That's a good parent. That's somebody who wants to learn about this and support their kid and wants to learn about mental health and the conversation that we're having around this. Because it's very important that we continue to talk about these things and to show the many faces of mental health and mental well-being and the different points in the journey that we're having. Some of you might just be starting. Some of you might have been going through this for years and have benefited from professional help and have benefited from routines and things like that. I myself am starting some new routines right now, some morning routines. I don't look at my phone for an hour after getting up. I don't look at it when I get up, and I set it down and I leave it somewhere for an hour. And I go about making breakfast, feeding my dogs, appreciating the morning, things like that. And it's really helped me. And so really trying to build these routines can be really beneficial to our mental health and our mental well-being. And they don't have to be huge things. We don't have to move or cut people out of our lives and things like that. It can just start with a simple routine, like not looking at your phone for an hour in the morning. Yeah, learning about all these methods and abilities, supporting somebody you love who's going through these things. You yourself might not be struggling with it. You got to just put your phone down when you're overwhelmed, dude. And I really want to cover a lot of... my phone's actually on silent. It doesn't even vibrate anymore. I've turned it all off. And I just pick it up from time to time. But back to Achieve, I want to touch more on how to help loved ones in this too. I always dedicate at least one page in the book to that. But I've had a lot of people ask me, like, I've got a person, I've got a friend, I've got a loved one, I've got a spouse who's struggling. How do I help? How do I help with that? I'm also going to be trying to basically upload these videos to YouTube, so that if you miss it, or if you are taking a break from Instagram, social media, things like that, there'll be other places to access these videos. I really want to try and create a larger opportunity to access the things that we talk about, to access the people that we talk to in the interviews and things like that. So as you can see, I'm stimming right now. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's a bit of nervousness. I'll rub my hands, things like that. And so, we all do those things. I'm not really nervous, but I am touching my face. I have to be careful. I have to be cognizant of those, and self-awareness is a really big thing for me that I try to practice a lot. So, we're going to be talking about a lot, and I want to thank you all so much for your support, for sharing your own personal stories with me in private or in a public setting. I hope you know that I'm always here to listen. Most people don't. Most people don't know. And it's just something that I've really tried to understand in myself and how I behave and how things impact me, how things trigger, when I need to put down the phone, when I need to reach out and say help, when I need to recognize that I need to just listen and not talk or offer a solution, and just listen and hear somebody and validate who they are and what they're going through. And so I'll be talking a lot about that this year. So yeah, I'm so stoked for all of you to join me and see the new color. Orange, naranja, and it's I'm stoked. It's going to be a fun color. I feel that we really needed to do something really bright and vibrant. The last 2 years have been really heavy for a lot of people. They've been kind of down. You're so welcome, 8th. Thank you, dude. It really means a lot. What up, bro? What up, Clueless? Welcome, guys. I really wanted it to be a very invigorating year, something that was very, very exciting and had a lot of energy to it, so we could all really kind of be excited about it. And again, we're doing this kind of this really kind of bright orange and a really bright pink with it. There'll be a little bit of cream with it, so it's going to be fun. Dude, nothing to apologize for. You guys are all good. Hope it was a great recording. I'm really excited to hear it. I'm sure all of you guys know Chris Pabs, Bro Builder, Clueless, Ronan, are all doing the Built Sideways podcast. Is fantastic. Really great group of people there. Julio, Clippin' Nubs, these guys are talking about and tackling a lot of tough issues. So thank you for those guys. Thank you for Joel at the cutting mat, and Brian Mecca, and everybody who's talking about this. Thank you so much in your own way, on your own show, in your own capacity. Thank you so much, because the more we talk about this, the more people we reach, the more people feel that they're not alone, and it gives them the courage to speak up and to talk about these things and to find those resources, whether through us, through a podcast, through the Cerulean Project. What up, dude? It gives people that opportunity. So, I think a big chunk of dealing with mental health and mental well-being and mental issues is having the opportunity to access resources in a community, to ask hard questions, to have difficult conversations, to know that you're not alone and that you're accepted for what you're going through, and that people are here to listen and to support you. And so please, don't stop talking about this. Don't stop sharing. We're all going through something different. We're all carrying water in our own ways, and we can all learn from each other. So thank you again to everybody who is out there doing podcasts and doing talks and sharing personal experiences. You guys are an inspiration to me, and it helps me hearing those things. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Although I'm wondering, did we discuss our mother's bedroom activities in this latest recording? I gotta say that was some really great fun that I had on the Built Sideways podcast. So again, thank you guys for having me on there. If you guys haven't had a chance to listen to it, check it out. It's definitely some heavy material, but it is, I think, really presented in a way that is very constructive and approachable. So please give them a listen. And again, if any of you guys would like to join the Cerulean Discord, please let me know. I'd be happy to send you guys an invite. We are very accepting there. We don't tolerate any sort of toxicity or bigotry or racism or fascism in any way. So don't bring that there. But I feel like I've cleared most of those people from my followers at this point. So you got to feed the band hammer occasionally. But anybody who would like to come and join the community, we've got a huge section just discussing all the different mental health topics there. So if you'd just like to come and share, there's there. If you'd like to come and seek a solution or hear from people, we're there. So just let me know if you'd like to be a part of that community. I will be, right there, Built Sideways. Oh, thanks so much, dude. It was really a pleasure. It was a lot of fun. I will be sharing a lot of things on the Cerulean Discord, so you can find some, announcements there and stuff like that. You can see a bunch of the illustrations that our artists are sharing that will be part of season 3. So again, we're going to have a bunch of guest artists this year who are participating. I thank everybody so much for that. So yeah, guys, wrapping up now. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer anything that you guys have. We're going to be, like I said, printing books again this year. So very excited about that. Hardcover books. I've gone through all of my mailers almost 100 mailers. So thank you guys. It's a lot of books getting out there. I will be putting up last year's book on the website with the update. For those who missed that earlier, I'll also be putting up all of the resources that I shared last year on the website. If you guys, I will be taking the old merch down in July. So you got a couple months to pick up any of the current season 2 merch. And then come August, late January, August, all that stuff will be gone and you'll only be able to get the orange season 3 merchandise up there. So we'll try and keep it kind of limited edition. So grab it now if you guys want. We've also got probably around a little less than 30 books left. So plenty of year 2 books. If I run out of those by the time we print season 3, I will do a small run of season 1 and season 2 books for people, like I did this last year. I think I ordered about 25 season 1 books and we sold out of those. So I will be, for those who missed, I'm going to be redesigning the cover for season 1 to fit more in line. So everybody who has season 1, season 2, season 3, all the spines are consistent in their design. And we'll also be changing the gray cover to a blue cover to symbolize the blue that was in year 1. So stoked on that. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the sponsorships this year. If we get some really big sponsorship money, I'm going to do some really cool things with the book. As you guys know, I've been in graphic design for almost 25 years at this point. So print to me is, I love print. I love a good print book. And I'm really eager to do some kind of cool printing processes on that book, such as a debossed cover or spot UV, things like that, potentially hologram, stuff like that. So if we do really well with sponsorships, I will be looking at doing some really cool printing processes. Other than that, it'll still just be kind of the same great quality book that you guys got last year. I was really happy with the quality. I wasn't happy with the shipping, but I've contacted the printer. I'm going to be pulling some other quotes from people, but I contacted the printer to ensure that they will be printed here in the United States, so I won't have to risk them being damaged. Because my biggest goal is I want to get them to everybody by Christmas, so that this is something that you want to share with your family. You can share it with your family and potentially begin that conversation, crack the seal on discussing mental health and things like that, and really show it in a very cool and positive light. I got a lot of feedback that the book acted as a great bridge to kind of begin those conversations. So I want to be able to provide that to everybody for Christmas. And last year, having so many books destroyed, I was only able to ship out like 20 books, I think, before Christmas. So I have considered it. Getting nonprofit status is really difficult. So it's tricky, but I will look into that. It's kind of more of the sponsorship program. While I want to be able to provide a write-off for the sponsorship program, I also kind of look at it as people who want to invest in a healthier community. So I try to provide, advertising and value to that sponsorship money, but I also it's kind of tricky because essentially what happens is I have to claim all of this money and work with my CPA to I basically pay the taxes on all of this money. And so to try and free people from having to pay that. So I've looked into that a bit. My wife and I used to run a nonprofit to get school supplies to a remote and underserved areas. So I'll potentially look into that some more. But it is something that requires a lot of work and is kind of difficult to do. So we'll see how people begin to how the sponsors kind of react to it. But basically it's just kind of right as of now, it's kind of just paying for advertising and supporting a cause that you believe in. Because this all helps, all the sponsorship money help pay for the books. And ultimately all of that money, I just took from all of the sales of the books and donated. Yeah, that's kind of the thing is it's a lot of work, running this show. My wife has begged me to get more volunteers involved this year to help me with it. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. One thing I started with was asking for help with designing or with creating art, some of the line illustrations. So that was one of the volunteer things and stuff like that. So as you guys know, I don't mail out the shirts. That is all print on demand through Printful, but I do mail out all of the books. So, I'm hand wrapping the books and packing the books and taking them all to the post office and stuff like that. So I'm also designing the book, laying out the book and things like that. That's why I decided to cap the book entries at 100. That doesn't, those 100 people, anything past the 100 will also be part of the digital showcase. So if you're not able to make the cutoff, the 100 cutoff to be in the book, your art will still be featured in the digital showcase. Because I want this to be something that even if you miss registration, you can still be part of the show. I don't want to take that away from people. I've really struggled with capping it and not capping it and things like that. But ultimately, I have to cap it because of logistics in printing the book. I can only do about 300 pages, maybe 400 pages in the book. But again, that drastically increases the price of the book. And I want to keep the book affordable for people. Acquiring all the print, all the shipping materials and stuff like that. So it definitely adds up, but I want to try and keep it as affordable for you guys as possible. Because again, you guys are what makes the Cerulean Project so special. Having you guys participate, having you guys share your art with the rest of the world, and your stories and stuff like that. That's what makes this project so amazing. I'm always flipping through the book. I love it. I've got copies here in my studio. I've got a copy down on my coffee table. It's really special to me, and it's you guys who have made it so special. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, as for the book, I found that 81 people were in the book last year, and it was a lot of work to lay all of those out. So I'm going to be doing a couple of examples this year to help people with photography and things like that, so that people can access that if they've got questions around the type of photography, how to shoot their stuff for the book, things like that. So I'll be setting up more of that on the website for people to kind of look and go and look at examples. But again, the digital showcase will be as many people as want to participate in the show. If we have 300 people who participate in the show, I will showcase all 300 of you in a digital showcase format that you can access on the Cerulean Instagram and on the My Salty Robot Instagram. And with that, I will probably put up a digital showcase page on the website itself too. So I just really want to be able to try and celebrate all of your guys' art, because what we're doing is art. We are taking a blank canvas and we're painting it. We're manipulating it. We're telling a story through this canvas that is a model robot, or a bunch of scratch parts, or a miniature and things like that. So again, if you want to enter a mini in the contest or in the show, it's not a contest, in the show, enter a miniature. We had those last year. If you want to enter a kit, enter a kit. Scratch build, great. A couple of things. It's going to be the same criteria as last year. You just need to follow the color. It needs to be mechanized of some sort. And it just needs to be completed between August 1st and November 1st. So you can start your project right now. And all that I ask is that you complete it between August 1st and November 1st. This way we don't have people pulling things off the shelf to enter into the show and things like that. But it gives people the opportunity to take a work in progress that, might be dragging and finish it up. Or a lot of people I've spoken to, they have kids. Their job has, pretty rigorous travel demands and things like that. And so you can start this project at any time and just finish it up within the 3 month window, which will kind of be the official show. So yeah, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to talk and to answer any questions that you have. Great reason to build again, exactly. And that's what I want to give it, is I want it to be a no pressure, easy kind of go at, building. Like this is a fun, this hobby should be fun and relaxing. We shouldn't have external pressures of, if being in a contest is your thing, awesome, do it. Some people, they don't like that external pressure. So I want to make sure that I can remove any sort of external pressures and try and have this be as fun and as open of a art exhibition as possible. And your kit doesn't need to be completely orange. It can just have a hit of orange. It can have a stripe of orange. It's just the unification. it's the unifying color for the year, so that we can all look at it and be like, this is a community that believes in what we're doing. I am so stoked on this too. Again, this project helps me through the year. It helps me get through dark times that I struggle with. A lot of you know I struggle with severe depression. I struggle with anxiety, and looking forward to this show gives me a marker on the horizon that provides a sense of hope and relief and love with a community. And so thank you guys for helping the Cerulean Project become what it is. And I think it's something that's really special. I struggle with my self-acknowledgement. So trying to recognize and vocalize how special this project is a part of my therapy towards getting better. So thank you guys for allowing me to share that with you and accept where I'm at with it and how important it is to me. And because I know how important it is to you guys. You guys have told me numerous times in private and in DMs and even in a public setting how important this is to you. And so thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that this can provide for you guys. That's my number one thing is to provide this for you guys. So thank you for letting me do that. It really means the world. So yeah, I'm trying to think of any other big things that are happening this year, changes that are happening this year. Continue to request things. If you want to talk about things, please continue to request them. Like I said, we've got 12 weeks to talk about stuff. So a lot of time to cover things. And I'll be fluid. If things come up even when the show starts, let me know. I'll do more of these lives. I'll save these lives to my profile so you can go back and see them. If you miss it, you can go back and listen to it. And yeah, I'm really stoked for this year, you guys. I'm incredibly excited. It's been hell trying to keep this secret. So I've sprinkled clues here and there because I'm kind of bad at keeping secrets when I'm really excited about these things. So I'm not bad at keeping secrets. I'm bad at keeping secrets like this. Especially because I know how many of you are excited for the new color and stuff like that. So it's orange. Let's rock on. Mandarin it is. Whatever. I ordered some oranges the other day. I'm going to check out some other oranges from some different suppliers. So I'm very excited. I've got a whole bunch of ideas for kits. And yeah, it's going to be a fantastic year. You're bad what? You don't got no bad. It's no bad there, Clippin'. You had to do some shit? We all had to do some shit. There's shipwrecked. We all got shit we got to do. So don't apologize, dude. You're good, man. Thanks for joining. It's going to be orange. Orange with the 3.0 logo. This is a font that I found that I really like. So I'm trying to just do all different logos and stuff. So again, that like, I want it to feel each year to feel really special. Yeah, please set a reminder. Ooh, popsicles. Now I just want an orange sickle, like a creamsicle, or an Otter Pop. Did Otter Pops come in orange? I can't remember. But yes, let's do some popsicles. Clippin', we're all going to meet up in Southern California next year and do a bunch of rapid tests and then hug and smoke joints together. So you got to be a part of that. everybody who wants to smoke will have to bring some iteration of an orange strain. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. When that Tails would be orange, right? Popsicles. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Hugs to you guys. I'm gonna jump off, go eat some dinner. Ninja Turtle popsicles. All Mikey. If anybody comes across those damn NECA Ninja Turtles, let me know. Yes, I hug. It's going to be big hugs. I'm a little guy, but I got a big hug. So we'll definitely hug. I'm gonna jump off. Thank you guys for joining. We love all of you guys so much. Again, thank you for making the Cerulean Project so amazing. Being such an amazing group of artists and humans, it really means a lot to have known you guys, to know you guys, and to continue to meet more of you guys and to continue to share and stuff like that. So I am honored to call you guys friends and to call you this is my community. So thank you. Honored and humbled. Thank you so much. You're most welcome, Cougar. You guys have a great night. Again, hit me up with any questions. The website's going to go down for the rest of the month as I make changes to it. I'm going to put up a splash page letting you guys know that April 1st will be open registration. So I will definitely keep you guys posted on here with notifications and stuff like that. So thank you so much. 8th, thanks for joining us. I know it's late there, dude. Get to bed, drink some tea. Much love, homie. Thanks, guys. Later.